This is Werewolf Pinball. A game me and my friend Joe bought for 30 pence at New Year's a few years ago. And this is me second in the world at Werewolf Pinball. Now there's obviously not very many people who play this game, so it's not that impressive. But I do love to tell people that I am the second best Werewolf Pinball player in the world because I think that's really funny. But for a few years now I have said I am going to take the #1 spot. And I have just not done it. So it's about time I stick to my word and I finally get the #1 spot. Now, the main difficulty of the game is just how long it takes to rack up points. On the run that I got second place, I was playing for at least an hour, and the issue is this game is very boring, so that's actually hard to do. Now, I could pause it, but I swear to God, pausing the game throws off your rhythm so hard that you immediately just lose the ball. But in the dozen or so hours of playtime I have on this game, there are some strategies I've developed to make it easy for me. If there's any avid pinball players watching this, I don't know if these are exclusive to Werewolf Pinball or if the normal pinball thing, so I do apologize in advance. But for starters, there are these two doors which you can knock down, and if you get the ball in the hole, you get 750,000 points. However, on the second time round, you activate multi-ball, which is very lucrative. The main problem here is hitting the first door is very dangerous because it can send the ball straight down the middle of your flippers. But you can also shake the machine, which really helps, because if you shake at the same time that you hit the door, there's a way lower chance that it's going to go through the middle of your flippers. Now, to actually hit the door, the setup is to get it in the left flipper and hold it there. Which is pretty easy to do, because if it's on the right side, you can send it up this ramp and it'll land nicely in the left bumper. So the strategy isn't super difficult, but we still need to make more points, so we need to hit these bumpers to increase our multiplier. Now, there is also this door here, and if you fill up the meter by getting the ball in enough times, it will activate a mission of sorts where you need to get the ball in every single route, I guess. What this grants you, I'm not certain because I've never actually done it, but I think it will be a free ball because there is a free ball light that I've never gotten. But other than that, that's pretty much everything I know. Again, I've not actually played the game too much, and there's a lot of stuff I don't really understand. So I guess we're kind of just going in dark.
Werewolf Pinball.
Werewolf Pinball run 1 starts now. This is gonna take so long. Oh God, I just realized what I'm... Werewolf Pinball Run 2 starts now. So as you can see, it definitely did not start well. My first 2 runs, I almost immediately lost the first ball and restarted. It's been a few years since I've played the game and the rust was definitely apparent. But even so, I was determined to take the top spot of my one-sided rivalry against Sean P 1994. And thankfully, on the 3rd run, I started to regain some momentum. So after the first ball, I was at 18 million points, and the second ball was even better, and it brought me to 46 million. So while I was still 90 million off the record, it was a good improvement. But this is where I need to tell you about something called the 2-ball curse. The 2-ball curse is a phenomenon in Werewolf Pinball where no matter how well you are playing, at least 1 ball of run will be lost immediately, leaving you with only 2 balls to rack up enough points. And this run is the perfect example of it. Fuck! So my last ball, I only got 40,000 and finished with 46,800,000, which was still 88 million off the record. But honestly, for day 1, I was pretty happy with that and I felt fairly confident. And on day 2, I played even better. On day 2, I switched up my strategy. Originally, I wanted complete isolation with no distractions, but on day 1, I kept messing up the multi-ball from overthinking. So I hopped in a call with my friend Joe and pinballed away as he played various games in the background. This change of pace definitely helped because after a few failed runs, I found myself on pace for the record after ball #1. However, being superstitious, I didn't want to tell Joe because I was afraid that I'd jinx myself. So I spent most of the first ball just panicking and pretending I wasn't doing well, and for some reason it worked. I finished on 69 million after the first ball and had to take a moment to compose myself because this could be the run. Oh my God! Okay, alright, Joe, 1 ball, 69 fucking million, okay. I also forgot to mention that I didn't record Joe's voice, so I'll be playing his role as well.
What?
Right,
Oh,
I'm
funny
halfway
number.
there,
Oh,
halfway there,
69 million. Good job.
Okay, no, but it's not though, that's the thing, because
Get
you can
close.
two ball
I
curse, so
believe
one
in
of
you.
these next two balls I'm going to drop immediately, which means I've got one more ball to get 64 million, 65 million, 66 million, I don't know, I need some, 60 something, okay?
If you heard what I just said,
Two ball curse.
and know about a narrative technique called foreshadowing, you know exactly what's about to happen. The next ball wasn't a complete dud, and I got 7 million. But maybe it would have been better if it was a dud, because the 2-ball curse isn't superstition, it's a guarantee. And this is what happened on the 3rd ball.
Oh my god! Bro! Oh my god! No, it's actually a 2-ball curse, bro. Immediately right down the... There's no way! Good content though, eh?
Yeah, so it actually wasn't that dramatic. I was barely halfway to the record, but I swear to God, in my head, it felt like I'd just blown a huge opportunity. But either way, it was becoming increasingly obvious that if I wanted to get the record, I needed to defeat the 2-ball curse. And I think I had the perfect plan. If you remember earlier in the video, I mentioned this door, which in theory could get me an extra ball if I complete its mission. So if I had a 4th ball, it would negate the 2-ball curse because I'd still have a 3rd ball to make points. So on day 3, I set out to practice. I set out with a goal on day 3, and that was to figure out a way to consistently get the ball into the door and complete the mission. To begin, there were a few things I figured out. From the right bumper, if you found the sweet spot, you could send the ball straight into the door. However, the timing was very precise and inconsistent, and messing up could be catastrophic. Flipping too early would send the ball partially up this ramp, only for it to bounce off the bumpers and get sent down the side. Flipping too late would cause it to bounce off the bottom of the bumper, again causing an immediate dropping of the ball. But, with a little experimentation, I figured out a safe and consistent trick. Sending the ball partially up this ramp, and then shaking the machine the same moment the ball rolls down and hits the bumper, would near guarantee the ball going into the door. So after getting it in 6 times, I activated the mission and got to work. The mission actually turned out to be pretty simple. Within a time limit, you need to get the ball down every lane with a glowing light. First up the blue ramp, around the spinner, down the path in the middle, up the wooden ramp, down the right hand side, and then finally finishing on the left. How long you actually get to do it, I'm not certain, but after figuring it out, I did develop another strategy to make it easier to complete within the time frame. Before beginning the mission, I would make sure I've knocked down the 2 doors on the right and would get multi-ball for getting it in the hole. Then once I start the mission, I'd complete the first 4 lanes normally, get the ball in the hole to activate multi-ball and complete it in 5. Then with the 3 active balls, I could repeatedly hit them and one was bound to go past the last light. So with that learned, I was ready. I knew how to get an extra ball, and I felt like a fully developed werewolf pinball player at this point. All that was left was to beat the record.
Nice. Extra ball. Secured.
So it's been over a week, I think, of trying to beat this record now. In the past few days, I have done terrible. I've barely even gotten close. I mean, I haven't gotten close. I think as soon as I figured out the extra ball thing, I kind of assumed it would be free from there. It's not. I'm still doing terrible. I guess I've just gotta keep playing. Yeah. As you can probably tell, I was not having a good time at this point.
I don't...
Every night I would play for a few hours and slowly it was chipping away at my mental fortitude. But back when I was at university, my friends used to hate me for repeating one phrase to them over and over: the indomitable human spirit. I couldn't give up. I set this challenge for myself, and if I don't beat Sean P 1994, I would have only let myself down. So I kept playing, and I wouldn't let anything stop me.
There's no way. There's no way.
On Ball 2, the game glitched and a ball was knocked out of the machine. The game's way to fix this is to force you to lose the ball completely. At this point, I was at 84 million, the highest I've been this entire video, but I was still 50 million off the record, and with one ball remaining, I had a big mountain to climb. But the indomitable human spirit doesn't care about the size of the mountain.
Come on! Oh my god! Oh my god, it's done! It's done! Oh.
On my 73rd run, I had done it. It was a battle, but it was one I was happy to win, and there was only one person I wanted to celebrate with. Except the audio didn't record again, so I will do the voiceover for both of us this time.
Yo, what the
What is
hell? Best
up?
wolf pinball player in the world.
Hell
you
yeah,
did
I'm
it.
best
Good
in the
job.
goddamn
You're so
world.
awesome.
I know,
You're so
I know, I'm so awesome.
What the
I
hell?
know, I'm so awesome. Oh my god,
Nice.
yes.
Good job. Man. That's
Nice.
awesome.
So that's the video. I had a lot of fun making this, despite how torturous it may have seemed. So yeah, if you want to see more, subscribing would help a lot. In the future, if I do more videos like this, I will also probably be streaming the runs and stuff like that on Twitch. Not Werewolf Pinball, to make that very clear. I don't want to touch this game for at least a very, very long time. But yeah, it was fun.